So what I want to focus on today before we get started with the social media is just kind of brainstorming, like, why are we doing this? In fact, Ron and I signed up for another workshop that's going to be on Wednesday, just talking about that we have to be careful, even if our hearts are in the right place, that there's so many people out there doing mass messaging and putting messages out on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, that you can just become one of the many. And then you just become that annoying person. And we don't want you to be that. But if your why comes through, and sometimes I think, especially for those of us who've been in the business for a long time, sometimes maybe we forget why we're doing this. Seriously, it's like we know what we know, but what is it that keeps us here? And so I just don't mean to just throw this out at you all of a sudden, but I'm just curious, does anything come to the top of anybody's mind here that you'll share today, that as soon as I said, why are we doing this, that something instantly came to your mind, like, well, duh, this is why I'm doing it? What is that for you? And it might be different for every single person on this call.
Well, I have to love it forward. I've had such impact in my life from Juice Plus. I truly don't believe I'd be here today if it weren't for Juice Plus. I can't keep that to myself. It would be selfish, and selfish is just not in my nature. I gotta love it forward.
Thanks.
Yeah, same here, Jake. It's made such a difference in my life. I know what I was like and what it was like before JP, and then what happened after. But particularly, I have a passion for breast cancer and healing, that kind of thing, because it's so pandemic today with women. And so I just have a passion to get the word out, and I want to do it the right way. So this is going to be a great session.
Great. Dart, not to put you on the spot, and I know we haven't even talked about this or anything, but when you just said you have to do it because you know what it was like before Juice Plus and now what you're like after Juice Plus, some people might not know everything. What does that mean to you? What do you mean? Like, what was it, or what were you? What does that mean?
Oh, boy. Flashback instantly, 18, 19 years ago. Wow. Literally, I was sick all the time. I had colds and flu and tooth decay, and I just felt terrible the older I got each year. So I started praying because I was going through some root canal issues, and I was in so much pain. And I just started praying. And then when Bobby mentioned Juice Plus and at a church function, my spirit just jumped, and I knew it was something that I needed to pay attention to. And then when I got her cassette tape in the mail 3 days later, whatever it was, I got it right away, The Truth in 15 Minutes, that I wasn't taking good care of my body, and that it was a temple of the Lord. And that was, it totally resonated with me in my heart and my spirit, that I needed to be a good steward of my body. And so now that I'm with Project Paint, an ambassador for them, and I'm seeing what's going on with these women, and they're becoming younger and younger. Now, Cynthia, the founder, has started another retreat for younger women because so many are coming in with breast cancer under the age of 40. Wow. So we now have 2 retreats going on.
Wow.
So I just feel that urgency all the time. And so I'm wanting to keep it, you know what I mean, maintain composure about it. And anyway, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Somebody else have something that, what just jumped in your mind? If what's the first thing that comes to your mind of why do I keep sharing this day after day, week after week, year after year? Jen?
I think for me, it's, I just look at Sky, I guess specifically Sky, because she was my Juice Plus baby and she's been on it more consistently than the other kids, that I just don't believe that it's a mistake, or it's not a mistake, an accident, that I have an almost 15-year-old that's hardly ever sick, that's never been on an antibiotic, that is thriving, you know, she's healthy, she's all these things. And I just know so many families are struggling with sick kids all the time, and tons of ear infections and the asthma and the allergies, and the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I know that I know that I know there's a better way. There's a better way. Yeah.
Wow, listen to that passion. Do you share that with other parents like that, Jen?
Probably no. But and the other thing that people don't understand is it's not just, oh, my kid was sick as a child. They're setting their bodies up for ill health down the road, long term, chronic disease. And I just don't think people get that. They don't get that.
Yeah. That's because
And I want them to get that. I want them to get it.
Yeah. And think if you and Dar working together and you're talking about that passion and that it's not an accident or not an accident. What's the word? Anyway, we'll say it's not by accident.
It's not just a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence that this has been Sky's life.
But
and
you know what stops
you don't
me?
want her going to that younger camp that Dar is talking. You know, this is what you want to prevent for your daughter.
I think sometimes my brain goes, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. Look at me with a healthy kid. And other parents going, screw you.
Yeah. But at the same time, did you hear Dar was just sitting in a Bible study and Bobby was bold enough to talk about it at that Bible study? Do you know how many people I know say, oh, I don't want them to think I'm trying to sell something? We have to stop that. If our passion and our why is so strong, if we truly don't want other people to go, you know, through all of that, or if they do, Dar's been through cancer, Ron's going through cancer, but it's different for them. Go ahead, Dar.
Something I want to intercede is that she never said Juice Plus because she wasn't allowed to.
Oh, Bobby didn't. Do you remember what she said?
She just said that, she said, I'm a cancer patient and I am recovering well based on a new food plan. Something to that effect. And my spirit just jumped. And at that time, she'd already had some improvement with her eyes.
Yeah.
But she said she was on a new food plan that was healing her. So, you know what? God's got to speak through me and through us, I think, his way, and he'll get the message. He will get the message to those who need to hear it.
That's right. But he will get the message to who needs to hear it, but will it be through us? Will we be obedient? Will we be the one, you know, that gets to share that? Lori, did you have something?
So this is a statement about the power of the follow-up, because Dar did share with me, and I was at a point where I had been so sick. So from birth, I was 35 years old when she shared it with me. I was constantly chronically sick, chronically constipated, had chronic sinusitis. I'd been on, I estimated up to at least 40 rounds of antibiotics by that time, by 35. I already had arthritis. And now that I know what I know, I see how so many people develop these autoimmune diseases and gut issues. And so anyway, Dar gave me this video that I just kind of gave her the platitude of like, oh, sure, I'll watch it. Just because, you know, I just said yes because I like her and I said I would, but I didn't watch it. And so the power is she did her job and she followed up with me and I still didn't watch it. And she followed up with me again and I still hadn't watched it. And the third time she followed up, she just lovingly said, that's okay. I just want to share it with somebody else. And it was only an 8-minute VHS video. And then I felt like, I'm a better friend than that. Golly, it's not an hour, you know, it's 8 minutes. And then it just changed my whole life, my whole paradigm. It was the first time I'd ever heard anybody with a modicum of intelligence talk about the food you eat matters. And it was a Dr. Sears video, and we all know who he is. Mm-hmm. And it changed my life. So yeah, I love that. I mean, I have gotten so lazy with Teensy, and now that I'm talking about this, it's like, golly, you know, I've got that story of the power of follow-up and how that following up changed my life, and I just roller coaster. So there's a good reminder for myself to do what was so powerful that Dar did all those years ago.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to get into the, wouldn't you like to just sit here and hear these all day though? And, you know, we'll work on this. Maybe this is how we'll start meetings, is just get to hear from a few new people each time as a reminder to us every week why we are doing this. And I just heard everybody who shared just felt like their life had totally been changed, or their child's life had been totally changed. And we didn't even talk about the community behind this or the income or any of that. We're just talking, that was just product changing life. So with that in the back of your mind, I'm going to share my screen and just talk to you a little bit about, again, remember I said I want to start highlighting what is on thefreedomrevolution.com. That is where they want us to go. That's where they want us to send our new reps. And they have added more resources than ever. So hang on just a minute. Let me share the screen. Okay, does everybody see the Freedom Revolution? And when you go to click on something, if a box pops up and wants a password, you're going to type in the word revolution, all lowercase. But where we're going to go today is we're going to focus on social media. So we're going to go to training, and then sharing with others. And this is going to have all the beginning steps of sharing with others, or even if you're feeling rusty, but we're not going to be on the top of this page of where we're making a list and figuring out what to say. They've got it all here, and a lot of this is new. This is what to do, sending videos, etc. We're going down here to where it says post on social media. And if you haven't watched this Easy 8, this gives you the guidelines of what they like us to post, how they like us to post with Juice Plus. There's a social media checklist that actually, this comes up well. This will give you, I'm not going to read through it all right now, but just make sure that you are following these kinds of ideas. And just, this is important. Do post regularly on your profile about Juice Plus and your experience with it in ways that provoke curiosity. They're saying don't say the brand name. I think we learned from Eric Johnson, you can absolutely use the brand name, but the idea is you're provoking curiosity there. But let's go back to where we were with the sharing. There are two ways to look at this. There's this post, these are examples and just a huge gallery, but I know some people are on smaller screens and it would be difficult to read all of these. So I'm going to go back, and all of these are in a larger format on this PDF form. Have I got everybody with me still? You guys see me? You see the screen, right? You're with me. Okay. So if you scroll down here, and I'm not going to take the time today because there are probably over 50 examples here, guys. But just remember this in the dark print. Be yourself, be original, be creative, have fun, and inspire healthy living. And also, they said that these are examples that you can learn from and model after, not that you should copy word for word, because they really want you to be you on these. So take these, maybe you're only going to tweak a few words on it, maybe it's just going to spark an idea for you. But I'll just scroll through a few of them. Here they're just showing all the capsules and the gummies, and it's like good, better, best. I've been enjoying the health benefits for almost a year, and I'm beyond thrilled. My Rick and Savannah enjoy them too. I'm so impressed with the community of like-minded people that I have partnered with them on their mission to inspire healthy living. I can't wait to help my friends and family take their health back. So this is a great post to show somebody when you bring them into the business. This could get their creative juices flowing of, you know, what kind of thing could I put out that would sound like me? And all they have to do is show their hands. They should take a picture of their own hands with their own capsules and choose in them. Here's announcing a new partner. Here's another one. I used to have frequent migraines, lots of colds, and always complaining of being weak and tired. After a year of these fruits and veggies, I've only had one migraine, one cold, and so much more energy. You know what this makes me think of? What if, Dar, who just told me how sick, or Lori, you said how sick you were, and they just had a picture in their hand of just saying, wow, something about how they used to, just the whole thing of, I used to experience blah, 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 blah. I can't believe how different my life has been for these last 18, 19 years, etc. So you can see I thought this was interesting for people who've gotten off medications, being able to just show the med bottles, that they've reduced or gotten rid of medications. Now we do have to be careful because we don't want to look like, oh, you just take this and then you're going to get off all of your meds. Anybody that has children, grandchildren, your friends' children, take advantage of that. If they're in your home or visiting, that you can show things. Maybe you're doing the energy balls. Maybe they're sucking down your shake. Anything like this. I thought this was cool, just listing out all the things in. And it says, I paid less than $3 for this produce. Someone already cleaned it up, grinded it up, got it into a capsule, packaged it, and sent it to me. I have no idea where to get all that food that cheap. I also do not own a juicer. I hear they are expensive. I also know I would never eat half of these things, normally because they taste disgusting, and a lot of it is out of season. So there goes fresh from the supermarket. You can absolutely do some idea of your own where people get to see. What I like though is when people take these and they post it where it's broccoli, and then the next line is parsley, the next line is tomato, and maybe you have the little tomato emoji, the broccoli emoji things. That's supposed to be more eye-catching than a big paragraph like this, but you can take it however you think. This is very interesting. It says, did you know that you can hold over 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries in the palm of your hand? Here's proof. And I'm so thankful for my health care in these whole food capsules. When I'm seeing so many posts about being sick, I'm thankful these are keeping me and my family healthy this time of year. Could this not be a perfect post for every single one of us right now? And what I love about it is they're not showing really even you're showing the bottles and the ingredients. But that's all that's on there. So just know that there are a lot of, look how simple this one of my favorite sites every morning, and it's just looking down into the capsules, #LifeChanger. You don't even have to say a lot. It's just putting things out there. Of course you can do, here this person saying, Tower Garden, you turn my brown thumb to green, and just showing the beautiful produce. So many of you have incredible produce and do wonderful posts that way. So these are all here. And like I said, they're saying example 14. Here's a pregnant woman, putting that in. Sometimes I think these little things give me more energy at 33 weeks pregnant than even the average non-pregnant person. How many people are saying, wow, I feel better now than I did 19 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. That, hey, sometimes I think, however you want to word that, but just, I think you have more energy now than maybe you did in the last decade, if that is true for you. Make sure it is true for you. I love this, loving the way my skin looks after taking off my makeup. That's a beautiful glowing face there. Sharing recipes and different examples that way. Like I said, I won't go through all of them. There they made the complete chocolate chip cookie dough and just talking about somebody already ate it. But there are lots and lots and lots of ideas on here. So this is interesting to me too. People always think Juice Plus is a juice. Here it's like comparing it, to some juice. But when I went through here, and like I said, I would go through every one of these, or just go through until you find, don't you just love little toddler chubby hands? I just love that. I would go through until you find one you know, that resonates with you, or that you can tweak it to be you, and then just go for it. And then when you need another one, go through here and see what else you can do. Here's a fun thing: if you are in community together, getting together with your customers, or maybe you're not even in a community, but you get together with your customers and you all go to yoga together, or you know, you do something that you're just appreciating them. Maybe you're just going out to the movies one night, but just sharing that kind of thing would be great. Let people see you having fun. Here's an easy one. You can go and put this on a Canva or one of those kind of things, and where you put the words and just saying "so thankful" or whatever you want to say about it. I would put a more vibrant picture. So well, let's see if there's another one here that had jumped out to me. A lot of you do great on posting. If we go back to what we learned from Team Z, you remember he said you would have 2 posts a week, something kind of lifestyle, and then something a little more specific, you know, showing the capsules or something like that. And Ron and I have talked about it. It's like, oh my gosh, why are we sucking so bad on the, we haven't consistently done that. But I will tell you, people on our team who do share Juice Plus more often, they never, so often they come back and the person doesn't like their post, that there's they have no idea the person is even interested, and all of a sudden they get a message like, okay, I keep seeing these posts, tell me about this. Ron, did you raise your hand? No.
That's how Michelle got her most recent team member, Mandy Casados, because Mandy stalked Michelle for like 5 years, and finally just said, okay.
And that was kind of Kirsten's story with Jen also. You know, you just keep putting out there, you're the inspiring, healthy living person. But if people don't know, if people ran into you at the store today and they said, hey, are you still doing that Juice Plus thing? Would you be like, are you kidding me? Every week I have something going out about that. Or would you be thinking, yeah, what have I done? How is there any evidence that I'm involved with the Juice Plus company at all? Does that make sense? And then remember, when you're doing your post, sit there and brainstorm, or go back to campbellteam.net and pull up those 30 reasons why I love Juice Plus, and see which one of those resonate with you, or make up your own 30 reasons. And when you're making posts, you want that to come through. So it's not, here's my product, I'm trying to sell you my product. It's, yes, I want you to have this product because of what I've seen it do in my life. Oh my gosh, yes, I want your child to have this because what I've seen it do in my, you know, the children who are customers on my team. Yes, I want you to join this business. I know you need this community, and I know you need some extra income. You know, you want that kind of passion to come through. It's a different story than, do you want my Juice Plus? Do you want my Juice Plus? Then you're just annoying.
Hey, you want people following you, not unfollowing you.
Yeah. We don't want them to scroll on by as it goes. There are so many resources in there. I encourage you to go and look. And then if you need the visuals, you can go to Healthy Living Revolution and type in the revolution, and they've got all sorts of social media images that you can use even for your story now. You know, if you like posting, you know, different slides for your story. But I think, you know, you can use all the canned stuff you want and borrow from everybody else, but until you start personalizing it and they really see your heart coming through of why, you know, that they just know, oh my gosh, even if I don't want that Juice Plus, I'm not going to mess with her. You know, Jen knows what she knows what she knows. You know, she's not going to back down on that because she's had such a personal experience and she knows what she knows what she knows. Okay, I'll just leave the floor open. Is that helpful at all? Is anybody going to say, "Ooh, I want to go to the Freedom Revolution now and I want to check out those over 50 visuals. Dar?
Yeah, I do, and it's obvious that I haven't been there for a while. And so I have a technical question that maybe all the rest of you know what to do, but when you go there and you find something that you want to put on your Facebook page, is this something I need to get trained on and updated on how to manipulate, how to mobile,
Well,
move things to my Facebook page?
most of those, we wouldn't use any of those images. Those are people's personal images. So if it's going to be anything with the capsules, then I would just take my own picture of capsules in my hand, capsules of my, my bottles open, recreate that picture. Or you can go and take images. Do you want me to show you guys where it is on Healthy Living Revolution, where the images are? Okay, let me share this real quick.
There are also, if you guys go to Juice Plus Insights every week, there are, every month they change out the social media shareables.
Yeah.
On Juice Plus Insights under the resources tab. And they've got a whole sheet every month. I print them out and save them because they're not available after the month is gone, but they have tips for sharing that month.
Well, shoot, I'm just getting twirly ball. I promise you guys we're working on this. I think it was under, just a minute, I gotta go down into we gotta go down here to this cog because you wanna go in the back. The front is just for anybody. Oh, well, oh no, I remember what I did. It is at the Freedom Revolution still. It's on resources and social media shareables, I think. Let's see. Sorry, it's been a little while.
So this just brings you back over to Juice Plus Insights.
Yeah. So here you can see are the February shareables. Proud to be in the business of good. And then I don't know if you don't have an Apple. I know what I do. If I have an Apple, I just click on this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can move this right to my desktop. And then I can just sync it right into any kind of social media kind of thing. But you can see here are some visuals that they gave us for February.
If you don't have an Apple, all you do is you click on the image and then right click it and then save it to wherever you want to save it.
Yeah, and then here are cover photos and things like that. So this would be a good place to start too, Dar, and they will add things. And it's still okay to use images and copy and paste what friends are doing, but I think it's just a little more interesting if you can personalize it a little bit. Or the worst is you see people copy and paste and then it's talking about their kid or their husband or something, and that's not their kid or husband, that they've just copy and pasted somebody else's, and it's really not even their story. So just be careful of that. But there are great things out there. And the other thing I just really want to encourage is oh, actually, can we just have a little powwow here? And if you have to go, I get it. I'm kind of in a quandary. I know that Joanne and I have definitely been active in our Shred 10 group that we have, and corporate doesn't want us to keep all these separate groups. They want it to be part of the customer group. And so when I look at the amount of time that I spend putting recipes and comments and all that kind of stuff versus how many people we really have as Shred 10 customers in that group, would it not benefit our larger customer group, the One Simple Change, if we were just posting, water posts and all the similar kind of posts, not as often. We do it more intensely in there. But I'm wondering if we should just go ahead. Do you guys have a feeling one way or another? And then just to really beef up what we have going in our customer group so that they are getting more encouragement to do all those basic things, drink more water, where the exercises are, the free exercise videos, or, encouragement in that way, healthy recipes, all the kind of things that we'd put in the shred? Or do you like having a separate place to say, hey, you're in the shred, and then put them in a separate group? So go ahead, Jen.
When I had listened to Dr. Mitra Ray's talk on how kind of the Shred 10 was shifting a little bit, and she did recommend that, I really thought it was a great idea. I just think that, customers who maybe don't know about the shred could be intrigued, and people that do the shred, I think some people that do the shred, I think we have a lot of variety there of somebody that says, well, I'm just going to do the shakes. So
Right.
if they're in just this larger group, they're just getting fed a little bit more information, and I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Thanks for that feedback. Michelle?
I do too. I think it's simpler and people can get all their information in one area rather than bouncing back and forth. And I agree with Jen on that. They're getting fed more than just the shred or more than just the customer information. They're getting it all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Does anybody have the opposing view that you're like, no, I really need that separate shred group? It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. I need your feedback. Okay. I think, well, I know just hearing, let's transition to that. But let's see, there are 13 of us on the phone today. If even the 13 of us really work hard this week, let's say we each pick 5 customers to care for each week. And one of the things we check off is making sure they're in that group. Okay. And then teach them, hey, if you really want the goodness of this, turn your notifications on. And then what I would ask is, I don't want it to be the Susie Llewellyn show. I think that gets really boring. And so maybe it can be like, in the shred, we had somebody who always did water post, and Ron did video post, and Joanne always did exercise information. So if you have a passion about certain things and you're like, wow, I would love to be able to post. It doesn't mean we're posting every day. We don't want people to go, oh, so many posts. But and also, if there's a lot of us, we could end up with posts still coming every day or twice a day in the group, but it would be varied. It'd be like, oh, where's that healthy recipe? Or, I want to learn this, or I got an exercise routine. Because we're having a little more interaction in there lately. I notice with different things I'm posting, people love humor. I always get a lot of likes or whatever on anything with humor. And this last time I just asked people, did you take your Juice Plus? If you see something like that, oh my gosh, please put in there, yes, I take my Juice Plus every day. That's just a time to get that, rolling through again. So if you guys want to send me a message, if you're saying, hey, I would love to take part in the One Simple Change group, maybe you don't even know what that is, and we can talk about that, and you can, come up with it. And it doesn't have to be forever. Maybe you say, I would love to do it, till May or something. I think that would be awesome. If we can do that and then agree that we're all going to take at least 5 customers a week until we work through all of our customers, and make sure that they're in the customer group, and encourage them, hey, I'd love to see you comment or feedback on there. I think we could have a really vibrant customer group, because ultimately that's where our reps and our referrals are going to come from. It's a well-educated customer. Fair enough? Is everybody going, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get off this call and message Susie because I want to be part of it?
Question.
Go.
So as we're talking about this, my brain immediately is thinking, okay, I have just sucked at, I don't even think to post in there. I apologize. I don't. So I need to. Like if everybody on the team just posted in there once a month, anything are you trying to create like a schedule with it, or can we just throw stuff in there? Not crap, but
yeah. I think I am totally fine with you posting about crap in there, because that's important too. Yeah, we don't want to, like, even in the Shred 10 group, we finally had to tell the water girl, she had so many great water posts, and anybody that wants to do that, go in the Shred 10 group, make a file of those and save them. They're fantastic. But sometimes all we'd have happen in the group are 2 water posts during the day. It's like, okay, we're more than that. So we just wouldn't want to be doubling, we wouldn't want to have 3 videos posted in one day or something. But let's say I post a recipe, and Lori posts an article on gut health, and you post something about healthy children. Those are all different. We don't know who's going to read and what they're going to like. The other thing is, please always try again to have that personal thing. Don't just post an article. Nobody will open it, and nobody's going to open a video unless you ask a question, or if you share, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe when they said, and maybe you have a quote on there, something that makes them go, wow, I want to look further into that. If you have anything with humor, like I said, people like it. People like humor. So yeah, to answer your question, I think we could just say, when somebody has something they want to share, go for it. I love, Bobby has put in our group, she does her meal planning in the beginning of the week, and she just showed how she did that and what that looked like. That was like a live video of her just doing that. Real life stuff. Do I want us to take posts, that are kind of salesy and, that we see on people's Facebooks and put them in there? No, this is a place to inspire and educate them, and hopefully make them want to buy more different products, that they're going to have a better experience. So maybe one day you're just only talking about omegas, or you're only talking about, whatever you love.
What about something like, I'm just already thinking like, I did 2 jar parties last week, and I post, a bunch of people here and how fun it was, and we have salads for the week. Do I post that? Or is there another rep that's going, oh, I'm not doing that. I don't want my customer to, you know what I'm saying?
If we were really all centrally located, and somebody can give me feedback, my first gut feeling of that is no, because how is that going to pertain to my, if I have a person that's not around. Okay, so I have a customer in Oregon, who would they do that with, kind of thing. Yeah. But the other side of that is, what if it inspires them to say, hey, I'm going to get some of my friends together and do that.
So that's what I was thinking, is that when I see things like that, sorry, Bobby, go ahead.
I posted my video, my meal prep video about the ramen. A friend of mine here in town was like, hey, I would love to do that. So she asked me for the recipes. She went and made some on her own for herself and her husband, and then she put it on her Facebook. And then one of her friends was like, oh my God, how did you learn how to do this? So now she has put me in touch with that person, and I think they live in Montana. So now they're asking me, how do you make these ramen jars? Do you do other things? So now I'm sharing with them the overnight oats, the egg jars, and I'm working my way up to sharing Juice Plus and Complete with them. So even though we're not all centrally located, you could reach, because of that, I've reached someone in Montana.
But you put that in our customer page, or just on your page?
I put that on my page, and then my family and friends shared it to my personal page.
But I'm wondering about in the group.
I think it could inspire others.
Mm-hmm.
When I see that kind of stuff, it inspires me. I'm like, I need to be doing more of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can even take a little, how to, they have those little how-tos. I know that Ron has a few, like, this is how we stacked our salad in a jar or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case people wanted to. I don't think there's any wrong or right reason. And everybody doesn't have to love every post that goes in there. But then also what's really important is that, that we are active, and mostly active if we see one of our clients like or do something. Let's say my client said, oh my gosh, that's so cool, I want to do that. Then maybe I would reach out to them separately and say, hey, Mary, I saw that you really like doing those salad in the jars. I'd love to help you with that. So it's imperfect. I'm not expecting anything perfect. I just say we just have to do it because we're not doing it. And we have to make sure our customers are in there. Because every time I notice we have new customers added in, they're the ones who comment. They're the ones who like things. So this could be an exciting time if we're each, do more if you want, but let's commit to at least 5 customers a week until we go through there, of just connecting with them and just saying, hey, I'm really excited about our, our customer care group. And I just wanted to check, are you in that group? Ask them to go with them on there. Do they have their notifications turned on? Otherwise, they'll only see very, very few posts. So, all right. Well, you got your assignment for the week. We're ready. We're ready to check with our 5 customers. We're going to take really good care of at least 5 people this week and make sure that they're informed, that they're plugged into the community. And then, yeah, you don't even have to message me. Save me the messages unless you want some help. Just if you want to participate and put something that you think really had value to you, then please put it. Like I said, just don't do 27 posts in one day, because spread them out so we have value throughout the month. And it's going to be awesome. So any questions before we take off today? Anybody have final thoughts they want to share? Okay. Oh, and lastly, just remember, sign up for the vision board thing. And there was a little problem that she was talking about. She didn't want people to say they had to put their email. It looks like you're signing up for her emails, but if you don't put your email there, she has no way to email you all this information. You can always unsubscribe if you don't want her emails that come out after that, but please do put your email down. I'm trying to go back to everybody who already signed up and give emails. And anyway, I just hope to see all of your beautiful faces in Phoenix. Go ahead, Jen.
I didn't still see where to sign up. I got her email and I got that, but I don't see where I'm signing up. So
I'm going to make another post today.
thank you.
I know they all kind of get lost, so I'll post it on Voxer and Facebook Team Ignite, and hopefully that will help. So I'm the same way. All right. I love all you ladies and a certain gentleman.
Love you all.
All right.